Hey guys, what's going on? It has been a minute since I made any kind of YouTube video or anything of the sorts at all. Yeah, and by a minute I mean like 6 months. It is January 15th right now. It's about 10 degrees outside, and I have done nothing but work like crazy and plow snow like crazy for my job that's not my side job, so I work. So I haven't done anything as far as bait making in a long time. It took some time to like really enjoy duck season and goose season this year. I'd kind of like just take it easy and have a good time for the fall before winter kind of set in. But I have some awesome stuff today. That is Flex X 200. It's like basically Elastec from Bait Plastics. Never used this stuff before, but it says don't use any of it in a microwave, which is going to be a little challenging. So I went back to the old bait cave and got my little hot pot. Hopefully we can kind of make something happen with this. I'd really like to make some super stretchy Elastec type gator shads in my Epic Bait Molds 4-inch slick swim mold. I think that would be really cool. I think it would help a lot during pike season this year. Not that they really don't make it that long. I mean, I get like 2 to 4 fish out of a gator shad, but we can do better than that. That being said, I got this thing turning on right now, kind of burning off some of the old fumes that are in it. I'm probably gonna throw my respirator on pretty soon. But basically what's going to happen is I'm just going to kind of trial and error this a little bit. I've never worked with this stuff at all. I haven't even looked up anything about anybody else using this stuff at all. I have no idea how well it's going to color. I have no idea how well anything is going to anything. Pretty much. All I know is it says, do not microwave, patent pending. That's about all I got. The lid is greasy as can be. My God, this is like goopy, nasty. Not really sure what the deal is with that, but it's gross. Yeah, considering it's January, hopefully all you guys had a great Christmas. I got stuck working the entire weekend on Christmas. I live near a town called Watertown, and if you look that up, and their total snow accumulation for this year so far, we're in the hundreds of inches. That weekend we received a large portion of that, like a lot, maybe 60 inches, something like that. It's pretty ridiculous. Not really my cup of tea, but when duty calls, you kind of got to do it. For those of you that are new to DRC TV, my name is Ethan. I'm kind of the host or whatever. And my occupation is a highway maintenance worker, aka snowplow driver, here in the town of Clayton, New York, right on the St. Lawrence River. Kind of, you know, low-key the best bass fishery on the planet, so to speak, as far as smallmouth goes. Yeah, not exactly awesome. If you do so feel inclined, I would love to hear what you did for Christmas. Let me know in the comment section below. I like getting in touch with you guys and hearing what you have to say. I know it's been forever since I did anything and showed any interest in that, but it's been a little busy. This stuff is ridiculous. I mean, I don't know, you can't really see it, but it's like stringy, goopy, nasty. I mean, awful. Like, disgusting. So far, that's about all I have to say about any of it. Man, that is gross. It's really expensive, so hopefully this pays off. It is like $100 for a gallon of it. So, and it's kind of curdly. Boy, that is weird looking stuff. It like it looks like cauliflower in here. I don't know. I'm hoping that that's what it's supposed to look like. So I just have, I don't know if you can even hardly see anything when I'm doing this, but I just trying not to get my camera all completely disgusting. I just have like some Tupperware right here, and I'm just kind of trying to scoop some of this out, I guess. That's how I would say that. And put it in there. I don't know, it says to heat it with one of these things. So we're just kind of trial and error to this so far. My God, that is ridiculous. How hard that is to get out of there. I've kept it climate controlled since I got it a couple months ago. So I'm not real sure why it's like this. I can tell you right now though, it's definitely not something I'm going to use all the time. Just unless I make huge runs, you know, 1 gallon runs of a color, then I suppose I would do it. But as of right now, I'm not real impressed with anything about it. I mean, I'm sure it does whatever, and maybe this is like what you get when you do this. Like maybe I bargained for this, but man, this is some nasty stuff. I don't even understand how I'm supposed to get it out of here. Come on now. Come on now. I have literally accomplished 0. I guess I'll just grab it with my hand and hope it comes off, because that is incredibly hard to get a hold of. If you're smelling what I'm stepping in. Ooh, look at this. There, I suppose that's about right. So we'll turn it up to 350. I have no idea how much that's gonna make, really. I just know that I'm about over sticking my hand in that. That being said, I'm going to let this heat up for a minute, kind of see what happens. I'm going to wash my hand, because that is disgusting. And I'll get back to you. Alright, so it actually melts down pretty good. It did take a minute because of the volume, I think, of the actual like plastisol itself. But this stuff cooked down pretty good, and it definitely is like lacking bubbles, which is very nice. I don't know if that changes with temperature or anything like that, but as of right now, it definitely looks pretty good. I have no idea how this stuff is going to shoot, or really even how this is going to work at all. So I think what I'm going to do is try to like tag team this and the microwave. It says do not microwave, but if you look up like different stuff on the internet, guys say you can microwave it, but you got to be easy with it. So I'm wondering if I get it out of here with an injector and then into a 1 cup measuring cup, if I can do that. That way I can try like some different colors and kind of see like what's going on. Especially if I wanted to do a laminate, like I don't know how I would do it unless I had it in a separate container. So that being said, I guess I'm gonna try it and see what happens. So this is just a typical 1 cup measuring, anchor hocking. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to draw a cup out of it. Definitely strange. Everything about it is strange. But I have a cup full. Make sure that you're wearing safety protection, like eye protection. I probably should have my respirator on right now, but I can't really talk to the camera with that on. At least not yet. At some point I would like to figure that out. And I do have a vent fan right here, directly above this, drawing most, if not all, of the stuff, like particulates coming off of this. This is not, I mean, it might be steam, but I doubt it's steam. It's probably bad stuff, so it's getting drawn out by that. And then gloves. This stuff is like super hot. I've just kind of like gotten used to the heat, but if it splashes me, I'm definitely gonna feel it the next day. So probably would take that into consideration at least. So I'm gonna take this and toss this in the microwave for like not long, just a couple minutes, just a minute maybe, a couple seconds, and see if I can get it warm enough to where I can like work with it. And we'll do my and we'll make a batch of gator shads in the chartreuse shad color that everybody crushes pike on. Just bringing you guys over here a little bit here. Alright, should be able to see just about everything from there. At least I hope so. It's for sure been a minute. So while that's microwaving, got my Epic bait molds. 4-inch slick swim. I did have them customize it. You can totally have them do that too. It's like $75 to have your name of your business or anything else engraved into the side of the bait. And then I had them do some ribbing too, which was really cool. Alright, so far microwave did not explode. Leave it in there for another minute though, because it didn't really do anything. Hopefully I have enough to shoot that twice. Do each one of these a couple times here. But yeah, so to make that color, you're gonna need some chartreuse. This is 108 from Lure Works. I really like their color, their liquid colorants. Their stuff's a lot nicer than the Lurecraft Fisherman Shop liquid colors. Their powdered color is pretty good still. Like, it's good enough for me to just order everything from Lure Works. But I will say that Lurecraft powders, like the pearlescent powders, are a little bit nicer. Another one. Go for another minute there. It definitely takes a second to get that stuff warm. So anyways, yeah, you're gonna need this for sure. And then on top of that, you're gonna need some blue 1.5 flake. Right here. This is Lurecraft Fisherman Shop 1.5 blue. That's hex cut flake too. Just in case that matters to you. And then I usually put just a sprinkle of 3.5 blue. If I could find it, I would use it. There it is. Right there. Little 3.5 blue action going on. And that's it. That should be all we need. This is looking pretty good here. Oh yeah. Alright. Take our chartreuse, put that in there. Just a splash of 3.5 blue flake. And then for a cup of plastic, I would say what is that, 1/4 teaspoon? Probably be about right. And we're going to salt this too. So we're going to go ahead and throw just a little bit of salt in there. This is just going to add to the density of the plastic, because it probably is pretty light stuff. So we'll just throw a little bit of salt in there. And we'll throw this back in the microwave real quick for another minute. Just to, and that extra minute in the microwave is going to be just to, like, I've noticed, like, in just a couple minutes that I've been working with it, I've noticed that it tends to, like, harden up really quick and set up pretty fast. And I don't really care for that, but it probably works really well if you have the Flex X 200 in, like, if I'm making it a gallon of the bait at a time, and then I like put it all in that container, and I can just leave the injector tip in the like the hot pot, and then everything would stay like really fluid. Like the color would probably keep for as long as you could crank them out. Like if you, because like obviously this isn't like a sinking, floating, whatever. Like this is just to have the benefit of an intense stretch and like insane durability of the plastic. So if I was going to shoot like swim baits, pro shots, leeches, my giant 9-inch curly tail grub, and my hogs, and like all those baits in one color of that stuff, it would probably be awesome. But I think for like this little bit like nitpicky testy thing, I think this is like just an absolute nightmare. Not working at all like I thought it would. Not that it's like, I can't say, alright, it's not a nightmare. I take it back. It's not a nightmare. It's not a nightmare. It's just a challenge. I'm not set up for it. I'm doing this on a whim in my garage. Like, I'm sure I could be more prepared than I am to do this. Slash to handle this. Whatever. However you want to call that. So let's go ahead and grab some of our plastic out here. Take a full injector. Just nice and easy injecting on this. I like to alternate the mold when I inject for whatever reason. I just think that it works better. Call me a weenie. Call me a genius. Whatever. Oh, I might not be able to get... That last one might have come out a little goofy. I don't know for sure, but it might have. See what I mean, though? Like, it's hard already. Like, there is no runniness to that at all. I might be able to get a couple more out of that, though. That'd be nice. Oh, alright, I lied. Doesn't quite harden up in the injector, like the other stuff does, though. Definitely not. There's for sure a little bit of strange goofiness going on there. Oh boy, and as you could guess, it doesn't rip off there very good. Overall, right now, just now, I am crazy impressed with it. It is definitely the deal. Like it. That's the real deal right there. That was like, I don't even know how long that just took to sit there, but I really struggled to pull that off there. And that's like a pretty common thing for me to do that with regular plastic with no struggling at all. And that is like really intense stuff right there. My God, that's wild. Okay, so that being said, the big reveal. Dun, 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 dun. So there it is. They look the same. A little bit more spring to it, I guess. And I don't really know how long you're supposed to wait. Oh, that just was the sprue top. But oh, haha! Alright, so they definitely got to cure a little bit. Because they, if you don't let them cure before you start stretching on them, they absolutely grow by a little bit. So definitely wouldn't go stretching on them right away. So there's that. But I mean, I think you could fish them the same day. I don't really think anything crazy is going to happen between the second that you inject them, and I don't know how long they have to cure before they don't like stay permanently warped in a package or any of that. I don't plan on like marketing this at all. I don't really think there's any way I could make money at $100 a gallon, which is what that Flex X runs. But definitely would like, I'll definitely like sell some on my Instagram account. I'll put some up, like, I don't know, maybe I'll even put some of these up when I launch this video if anybody wants them. But it'll just be like limited quantities, limited time, you know, whatever. But I'm gonna hang these up and try to shoot the rest of this, and then we'll make another color and do that. I don't know. Peep the ducks. Alright, so I forgot to turn the camera on and was talking to a camera that was doing nothing. So that's cool. Anyways, yeah, you want to put about a quarter teaspoon of, where are you? Somewhere. Set it. Oh, right here. Of Lureworks 125 Blue Pearl powder. And then about half that much of pearl white into your Flex X to do milk money here. I'm gonna get this back into the microwave. I think I overdid it, so hopefully those measurements I told you are right. I put in a little bit more than that, but this stuff is not as translucent as like your typical plastisol. It takes color very well. I don't know why it does. I also don't know why the camera is doing that, like zooming the outy thing. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know why, but it does definitely takes color way better than anything else. This is a lighting problem, is what that does. There. Mucho better. It's definitely just it takes color way better than I thought it was gonna. So I overdid it a little bit, and there is absolutely like no chance this is gonna be see-through at all. At least I can't imagine there is. Maybe like a little bit, but probably not. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but that is like milk. Which, I mean, you know, fitting, right? Fitting for milk money. But milk money is one of those colors that's like, it's more of a translucent color than this. I mean, this is like opaque, maybe, but it's not. It's not translucent like it should be. Try to get it a little bit better than that. So another minute in the microwave, and after that, that's gonna be it. I'm pretty much done with it here. That burned up. Man, it's tough. You get used to working with 5 gallons of plastic, and then you start working with a gallon, and you're like, man, that doesn't go anywhere. So I don't really have a whole lot left. I'm absolutely going to continue to make baits out here, and I might even film it. I don't know yet, but I'm definitely going to continue to make stuff for personal use, because big news, hip hip yay hooray, I am not very far out from having my captain's license, so I'm going to be guiding up here on the St. Lawrence River and surrounding water bodies for guided fishing trips in the spring. So I'm gonna definitely make a bunch of these to put in the boat for clients to use and to give to, you know, the rest of the DRC gang here. But this is looking like it's probably real close. If it's not right there, oh, it's pretty much right there. Yeah, that looks real good. All right, so we're gonna go. Let's see here. What are we gonna do? 1/8 tablespoon of black string. What is that? String 062015. And then this is 1.5 gunmetal. And 1.5 silver. And that is gonna be the deal here for our milk money color. Yeah, that'll work right there. Alright, I'm gonna throw this in the microwave real quick. Let's get it nice and hot. Definitely gotta watch the temperature on this Flex X stuff. It cools down fast. I mean, it is quick. Like, it takes no time at all for it to start hardening back up. This doesn't shrink back down either, so definitely don't stretch them before they're cured. I have no idea how long it takes to cure them, but they definitely stay stretched. But yeah, things are going well. It's just a learning curve a little bit. Hopefully somebody will watch this before they buy some Flex X and kind of stay ahead of the game. Definitely, since I'm gonna make some more later here, definitely get you some nitrile gloves or whatever, you know, latex gloves to scoop that stuff out with, because it is greasy, sticky, nasty stuff. Salty salt, salt. Salty salt, salt. There. A little salt in there. Remember, that's just to make sure that the buoyancy is right. You know, I don't want this stuff being super floaty. I know the Z-Man stuff floats real good even with salt in it, so I don't really want this to, you know, pull my lightweight jig heads right off the bottom or anything. Real slow, because I'm looking for that reaction bite more than anything. Okay, looks like we're gonna have enough for 2 whole runs out of that. I don't know for sure because I haven't microwaved my excess yet, but I'm going to say cut it up and get it real small before you put it in the microwave. I can't believe, unless it's this sloppy, I guess, but I can't believe that it's going to be helpful to leave it whole. Definitely don't touch it if it's that liquidy. I would anyways. Just me. It is super strange material. That is for sure a strange material. Okay, we come back through. This stuff's already dried up pretty good here. And come back through and cut the tops off of all our swim baits here. Right back in that container too. Why not? Get my knife cleaned off. Get my injector cleaned out here. A little bit anyways, try to. Oh, come on. There. That guy out there. Alright. See what we got. Yeah. Those look pretty good right there. I don't know if you can, how well you can see that. They actually turned out a little bit translucent, but not crazy. Definitely still on the opaque side. But that right there, in the sunlight, glistening blue. I'm done for the day making baits. I got a handful of stuff over here, but this milk money turned out real good, and so did the chartreuse shad. This is one that I stretched to show the guys that, and it's retracted a little bit, but it's still hanging down about a ½ inch. So pros and cons to the Flex X 200 from Bait Plastics. Pros are, it's basically like the real deal. I mean, I don't know if it gets a whole lot better than that, but it's pretty good. I mean, even if it stays how it is now, with the partial like elongation after a full stretch, like none of your plastics are really getting stretched that much anyways. All you're doing is resisting the abrasion of the teeth and like the non-stop reefing on your wide gap hook or your jig head neck or whatever. But I mean, it's definitely like as advertised, 100% legit, the real deal. That stuff does not break like regular plastic does, and it does stretch to absurd lengths. Another pro is that it definitely heats up like reasonably quick. It definitely like does not take an outrageous amount of time to heat up 4 cups. You know, you're talking like 15 minutes in that hot pot, like 10 minutes maybe, and you're good to go. I just made a reasonable sized batch over here of green pumpkin, and that worked better. Like single color, lots of different baits in the one type of plastisol, all heated up in the pot. You can see I kind of have it tilted down now a little bit. I did some regular just GP black flake, and then I did some GP with purple flake in there too. That's definitely the way to go. Like, if you're gonna do this, it's not meant for small quantities, not meant for mixing like a cup of it and making like some crappy baits or something. Like, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna make them, make a bunch. Cons, it's expensive. It's not crazy expensive, but like $100 for that, you know, a gallon tub. I don't even know if it actually had a gallon in it when I got it, but it's a little pricey. You're definitely getting your money's worth because you're not going through as much baits. So like personal baits for me, like Senko's, worth its weight in gold. in that stuff, right? Like swim baits, worth their weight in gold. You're pike fishing, walleye fishing, they get torn to snot, like worth it. Like flipping baits, like is it worth it? I don't really know. You know, whatever. Drop shot baits, like is it worth it? I don't really know. I don't know if they're getting really beat up that bad. Like my General Pro Shot in a Bait Plastics 242, get like 8 fish out of it. Like, is it really worth going through the trouble? I mean, if you're making them, it's not worth going through the trouble to make it out of this stuff, because for that same $100 you get 5 gallons of the other stuff. Like, definitely not worth it for like finesse baits and stuff like that. But stuff for toothy critters and Senkos that are like inherently soft and need to be super flexible to like work well, worth their weight in gold. Another con is it's a pro and it's a con. It sets up really fast, so you have to, if you're gonna do the whole thing that I just did, where you like draw it out of the thing with an injector, put it into a mug, and then microwave it a little bit, like it's a huge pain in the nuts. But on top of that, you have to like constantly be heating it, because if it gets any amount of time away from heat, it's not really good. Like it definitely is gonna harden up pretty quick. I don't know how long this stuff takes to cure. Probably forever in 10 degrees Fahrenheit outside temperature. So I mean, obviously, like, I'm not gonna go out and just like start playing with them real soon. Maybe I'll go fish off the public dock down in Clayton, see if I can't catch a northern or something on this, and see what I think of it, how it swims, whatever. Maybe I'll add a little clip in here of some action happening on it or something. But realistically, I can't foresee myself touching any of it till spring. So it's gonna have plenty of time to cure up. But like the finish on it, pretty good. I mean, I have no real complaints. I'm pretty satisfied with it. I think that the clients that use these are going to be real satisfied with it, and I think that if I decide to sell some on the interwebs, that they're going to be pretty happy with it. Hopefully, I can continue to make some videos here. It's been a pretty hectic year so far. But the January, February, March span tends to be the time frame where I can make the most bait making videos. So, that being said, tight lines, guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching today's video. I'm going to grab some more molds from Epic Bait Molds. I'm going to get the 5-inch jerk shad and the 2-inch crappie slayer, probably. Maybe get the sucker. I just don't know what I would use it for. I might just get it, just try to catch a monster pike on it just because. But yeah, let me know in the comments. I'm kind of running out of ideas, colors, baits that you'd love to see me grab. If you enjoy watching the content, let me know. Love to hear from you guys that I don't hear from a whole bunch, you know, because I haven't made videos in a while, and you may or may not have Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Just let me know how you've been catching fish, what you've been catching them on, if you've been using my plastics, somebody else's plastics, colors that are banging, made any travel trips lately, done any real crazy fishing adventures or anything. And yeah, I guess I'll see you on the next one. Later, guys.